Good morning, guys. How we doing this morning? Hold on, let me get TikTok up and going because we're going to do quilt block of the month. And I'm hoping we have time to do the, the hot pad today too. So hopefully, guys, how we doing this morning? How are we doing? Save, continue, doom, go live, unplug you. Good morning, and that is over there a little bit. We'll bring you guys back this way. Is that better? Good morning, Barb. How you doing? Good morning, Georgina. How are you? You are very welcome, Georgina. You are very welcome. Good morning, Jimmy G. Good morning, Jules. Good morning, guys. I was doing packages this morning. Cass, I'm going to try my best. Yesterday was a little hectic. I'm going to try my best to get your fabric over to you today. So, and everybody's package is going out this morning. Sorry for the delay yesterday. I apologize for that one. So, but we are going to have some fun this morning. So, we're going to do the quilt block of the month. It's been a while since I've done that block, so I was going through and I actually sent the instructions to Irene. I'm like, Irene, is this going to work? So hopefully. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, everybody. And again, guys, packages will go out this morning. If you have not paid for your packages, please get in there and do that, and I will get them out. I've got a few that have not, so get in there and get that done. That way I can get your packages out this morning. So, but you should have received messages and stuff this morning. So good morning, Miss Irie. Good morning. So good morning, Pearl. How you doing this morning? Good morning. We're going to have fun this morning. Y'all, it was a lot of fun yesterday. We had so much fun yesterday. And y'all, those placemats. Good morning, Miss Renee. Good morning. Let's look at those placemats again. Because, y'all, I was showing my mother-in-law, and she decided she likes this one too. She liked this one too. So I'm like, they turned out awesome. That was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, how cool is that, Miss Irie? Thank you, sweetie. That was very cool. I like gifts. Gifts are awesome, y'all. Gifts are awesome. So anyways, y'all, let's start tapping. I'm going to put a thing. Let's do this. Because we need to do, let's see if we can do this. We are going to add a sticker. Let's do a, is it going to work? Enter. Why are you not working? Enter. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Why are you doing that? It won't go away now. It's like I tried to put this in here, and now it's like, I'll turn you off. Maybe it's my keyboard that's doing it. Send. That's funny. Okay, there. State. Okay, let's tap today, guys. 10K tap. I meant 100K, not 10K. Oh, well. Would you stop, dude? He's going to get me in trouble. There. All right, guys. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to do that quilt it's like a block. So we need a 10-inch square. We need a couple of 10-inch squares. Got my fabric. Love it. Awesome, Becky. Awesome. Y'all, you don't realize until you get the fabric that how it looks. And y'all, I got the bundles in yesterday. We have a bundle of Christmas fabric, and then we have another bundle of fabric. I think it's a total of 40 bolts that we're going to do. And the Christmas fabric, there's coordinating fabric to go with that Christmas fabric. That way, y'all can make you some fun placemats. Get you some fun placemats made. These are a lot of fun. So today we're going to work on that quilt block. So first thing we need to do is we need some, thank you. That was a lot of fun yesterday. That was a lot of fun. If you missed the live yesterday, go check out YT. It is on there. You can see exactly how to do that, how to make those placemats, how to do the binding around the edge. And we did it a couple times. That way you guys could see. So today we're going to do a quilt block. Let me pull up my instructions here. So we need a couple 10-inch squares. And I think I'm going to use, first time here, sure sounds interesting. Margie, we have lots of fun. Did you see the placemat I just showed? Let me show you the placemat, because this is what we did yesterday. That you finished the book. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Martha, you liked the book. Y'all, the last book, the mystery book that we just did is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Margie, you're welcome to a fun group. We have a lot of fun here. This is what we did yesterday. We did this placemat. I showed y'all how to create the placemat, and it's a double-sided quilt as you go. It is binded. I showed you how to do the binding and everything on it. That's what we did yesterday. Today, I'm hoping we have time. Here. Let me find some 10-inch squares. Hold on. We're going to find some 10-inch squares. And y'all, I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say anything, but we may have a surprise coming up in the next few weeks. In the next few weeks, we may have a surprise. So we're going to go, I've got 10-inch squares. We're going to use these. Absolutely, Martha. I have the idea for the next book. I already have the idea for the next book. So I'm excited. I hope you like, and you read the third one, right? Or the mystery. Y'all, if you have not read the book, check the book out. It's phenomenal. It's my favorite. So I keep saying that, but this one was really good. So, ask Martha. She's sitting there going, yes. Good morning, Melinda. Good morning, guys. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some 10-inch squares. We need some 10-inch squares, and we're going to see if we can make this work. We can make this work. So trying to catch y'all over on YT, guys. Here. So what we're going to do, we're going to see how this works. Don't forget your coffee, guys. So we're going to take the rotary cutting mat. So we're going to do a quilt square today. And then I hope we have time, because I want to do that abstract pot holder for you guys. That way y'all can see what an abstract pot holder is. So I'm going to move, y'all. We're going to see. We're going to try and move. Don't come off there. Stay there. This thing doesn't want to move today. Come on. Come back this way. Does that work? There we go. Come back this way. We're going to try this. Okay. So then we're going cutting board. Okay. So what we're going to do is we need a 10-inch square, and then we need another 10-inch square. We're going to take, let's see what we got here. Almost thinking, let's do some pink polka dots. Y'all like pink polka dots? I like pink polka dots. No, not that one. That one doesn't look very good. That does not match at all. All right, hold on. We're going to see. Wish I had a green. No green. Well, I guess what we could do. Oh, here we go. That one is a pretty color. Let's do those two. What the heck? We're going to do those two. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to cut. So this is a 10-inch square. So I'm going to take and cut this in half twice. So we're going to go side to side. Where's my rotary cutter? And then turn it back the other way. And go side to side. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to sew. We're going to sew this one, this one, this one. We're going to sew the diamond on each corner here. We're going to sew that diamond on each corner here like this to create that square. So we've taken one 10-inch square, and then we've taken another 10-inch square, and we've cut that one diagonally here. So now we're going to come back over to the sewing machine, and we're going to sew this. We're going to have some fun. We're going to see how this works. Thinking this is work. Y'all, I apologize. It's been a while since I've done this square. So needless to say, we're going to make this work. We are going to make this work. So come back over this way. So we're doing a turning. I like my new holder. Y'all like the new holder? Give y'all a better view there. Give y'all a better view. Good morning. Good morning. Awesome. This is going to be fun, y'all. This is going to be fun. So I want to change out that thread. Change out that thread. And you guys can't see nothing there. Y'all can't see nothing. Yes, in the next few weeks, I might be having a surprise, but I'm not going to say anything until it happens. So I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it, but it's exciting. So last time I said something and I jinxed it. So I'm not saying anything this time until it happens. So. Okay, so now we're going to take the 10-inch square, and we're going to take the triangle, we're going to go right sides together, and we're going to go this side right here. We're going to stitch it across right here like this. Go. Trim that one. So we're going to press that one that way. Then we're going to go one on this side. Again, you're going right sides down, right sides together there, y'all. Right sides together. Kind of line this up. Line this up here. It's fairly easy so far, right? Two 10-inch squares. You take that one 10-inch square and you just cut it right down the middle, diagonal, from corner to corner, both ways. Now we line it up on the side of here. And you're almost doing the same thing you do as when you sew those two 10-inch squares together. Just doing a little bit different, guys. A little bit different. So go that way. Is that light? No, I think it's okay. Okay, so now we're going to go to this corner here. Go to this corner again. Right sides down. Right sides down. Put this here. Sew this one down. Make sure it stays lined up. You can clip this if you like. Clip this if you like to, but I just lined it up. It works. It works. Unmirror. Thank you, Ari. Unmirror. I don't know why they automatically mirror you. Why do they automatically mirror you? I don't understand. Look, I flipped my room around. Ha ha. Not really, but anyways. Okay, so now we're going to come to this corner. This corner here. And then we're going to take, sew that down. So then we'll go over to the pressing mat and get this pressed. Do we need a special fabric for? No, Mary, you don't. So we're going to use cotton. So I'm going to use cotton, and I'm going to use 2 layers of batting. 2 layers of batting. So let's bring this over here. So bring y'all back here. Bring y'all back here. Bring y'all back to the cutting table, and I'm going to turn on the iron. Yeah. So for the pot holder, you just need cotton fabric, flannel, whatever you want to use. And then you'll need a couple of, I use 2 layers of batting. They have some stuff called Insel Bright that you could use. But all your choice. It's all your choice there. Let's see. Press this open. Get this press. This square right here is a cool one that you can actually take and use those transfers on. Let me show you. Let me show you. This one actually be a pretty one. So you can actually take like one of these transfers like this, throw him in the middle, right there like that. We're going to put him in the middle. We're going to have fun with him. We're going to put him in the middle of it. Come on. Heat up iron. We're waiting on that iron to heat up. Waiting on that iron to heat up. But isn't that an easy square? That's fairly easy, right? We've got a flash goal. We've got a flash goal here. Start flash goal. Hitting that one. Okay. Keep it tapping, guys. Keep it tapping. Good morning, Mary. Creative Kiwi Embroidery has a free flag coaster. So nice. Awesome. Awesome. 12 here, sunny and blue and sky. Nice. Nice, nice, guys. Says some comments were filtered, guys. I don't know who's saying something that I missed, but you might want to try and re-say it another way. Re-say it another way. And just as a reminder, guys, we are doing, I'm doing shipping today. I've got almost all of them packaged and ready and labeled. I have a few of y'all that haven't processed yours yet. If you haven't processed your order from last week, go ahead and do it while we're on live today, and I'll add it to the shipment today. So. First, we're gonna give it a press. Give it a press. And then we're gonna add this to the middle. So that's the fun square you can do. 2 10-inch squares, cut the others 2 diagonally. Then we're gonna add a fun transfer in the middle. I just like to add transfers. I like to add transfers because transfers are fun. Transfers are fun. I'm okay with this way, but I think I like it better doing just sewing 2 10-inch squares together and then cutting them apart that way. I think it works better. Just my personal opinion. I think it looks better. Kind of lines up better. This one kind of didn't line up exactly right, but it worked. It worked. It worked. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Durin, I got yours. I got yours. I got yours, Deb. I got yours. I like sewing the 2 together and cutting it too. It's a lot easier. I am all for easy, guys. I am all for easy. Look at that. How cool is that? How cool is that, y'all? Check that out. Isn't that cool? Very cool. So that is our morning block of the month square. What do we think, guys? Right? Very cool. Very cool. I love the transfers. The transfers are fun, guys. Let me give it a second press. I need to give him a second press. You give him a second press, it kind of sets in that transfer. It sets in that transfer into the fabric. That way it stays. That way it stays, guys. Okay. Are you guys good with this one? We'll move on to the pot holder. I want to move on to the pot holder. This was an easy square. That was an easy square. There we go. There we go. This way you're sewing bias seams, which can get wonky. Right, Marna? I think so too. I think my AccuQuilt die has a split square. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Thanks for the follow, guys. Thanks for the follow. Can you use smaller square? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can use whatever size square you want. Whatever size square you want. So it works. It totally, totally works. So, okay. We'll have to figure out something to do with him. We'll have to figure out something to do with him. So, Y'all ready to move to a pot holder? Whatever your base square is what you need for the top square. Right, Irie? Yes. Thank you for the follows, guys. Thanks for the follow. Okay, so now we're going to take another 10-inch square. We're fixing to have some fun. Y'all want to have some fun? I'm going to show y'all how to do an abstract. I love to do abstract. Abstract is a lot of fun, y'all. Abstract's a lot of fun. Love pot holders, right, Georgina? I have the same iron. Love it, right? Oh my gosh, I love that iron. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a 10-inch square. Any 10-inch square. We're going to make some pot holders, y'all. So now I'm going to grab a piece of fabric. Well, I need my cutting mat now. I'm going to show y'all what you can do with. So what we're going to do is we're just going to. Will that give me 2 10-inch squares? Let's see if this will give me 2 10-inch squares. Can it possibly? No, of course not. Oh, of course not. Why would it do that? But that's okay. Might be enough for a mug rug. Might be enough for a mug rug. So I'm going to take this. We're going to trim around it. No, I need 2 pieces. I need 2 pieces of batting. Hold on. We're going to get 2. We're going to get 2. Because you want to, I like to use 2 pieces of batting. You can either use 2 pieces of batting, Insel Bright. I like the thicker batting sometimes. So I need 1 more piece of batting here. Let's see if I can get another 10 inches. Let's see. So I'm going to cut that one first. And then we're going to go over the sewing machine. And I'm going to show y'all how we're going to have a little bit of fun here. We are going to have a little bit of fun. Turn this way. We'll do it a couple different ways. That way you guys can see. First way we're going to do is we're going to come here. And this is more or less like the quilt as you go to, and then we'll add the binding on this one, and then I'll show you another way. I think we have to add another blade on my rotary cutter. Okay, so we've got our 10 piece. We've got our 10 piece here. We've got our 10-inch square on the back. We've got 2 layers, y'all, 2 layers of batting. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some strips. We're going to grab some strips here. Actually, let's do this. Let's see what I can do here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to take, I'm going to take my scissors, and we're going to do this. We're going to go boom. We're going to just cut. We're going to cut. You guys are like, what are you doing? Well, I'm going to show y'all. You're like, have you lost your ever-loving mind? Yep, I have. So we're just cutting a few pieces. Let me cut another one here, and I'm going to grab another piece of fabric. Hold on. Let me grab. We want that one. We need some more. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got here? Let's go with purple. We're going to go with purple. So we're going to go purple. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to have some fun here. We're just going to have some fun. Cutting off this fabric. Cutting off pieces here. And we're going to go over to the sewing machine. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're fixing to have some fun and make a strip or scrap pot holder. Okay, so we're going to take these. You've got a 10-inch square. You've got two 10-inch pieces of batting. And with the backing on here, we're going to take these and we're going to create it. Y'all ready for this? So we're going to come over here. I'm going to zoom y'all in. Zoom y'all in there. And I'm going to bring y'all back over to the Avenir. Hello from Ohio. Good morning, Terry. How you doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Okay. This is where I like to have fun, y'all. We're going to probably cut some smaller pieces here. So we're going to come here. We're going to go over here, and this is where we're doing my fun stitch. So I changed it over to the double blanket stitch. That's the stitch that goes up the middle and grabs both sides. Why are we doing this? I'm going to show you. Because what we're going to do is we're going to throw a piece of this right in the middle. We're going to throw pieces. So I'm going to take a piece. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. Now I'm going to take another piece here. And I'm going to, let's see what we're going to do here. Just have fun. This is where you're just going to have fun. So we're just going to go, let's put you right there. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to just sew the raw seam right there. So it's going to actually do that blanket stitch across there, close up that raw seam right there. And it's, you know, this is more or less the same thing as we did with the placemat yesterday. You did that quilt as you go, so you're actually quilting this piece, this pot holder here. So we've done that stitch. We've done that stitch there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go grab some other pieces, and we're going to keep going around this. So you're like, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go with this? There's no pattern at all with this. No pattern at all. So we're going to go, let's go across that way. We're going to go across that way. So we're going to go this way. And you can use as many different colors as you want. I'm just going to use the two colors on this one. We'll do some more on the next one. I've got some more to do on the next one. So we'll have some fun with that one too. We're going to go this way with this one. Cut that off there. Okay, so now you see how it's growing? It's growing. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. So let's grab another piece of fabric. Let's go. Where are we going here? We want to get that off there. Got the selvage on there. We want to get that off there. So let's go. We're going to come across. Let's go right there. We're going to go right there with that one. And you have a backing fabric, and then you have a 2 layers of batting, because this is going to be a pot holder because you want it a little thicker. So you use that 2 layers of batting there, and then you come here and you keep adding fabric, and you're just keeping going until you can get out to the outside here. So now we're going to grab one of these here. Let's see here. Let's see what we can get going here. I'm going to trim this in half. Trim this in half here. We're going to come across, and you can just cover up what you've already put down. Cover up what you've already put down. Doesn't matter. As long as once we get to the outside, you just want all the raw seams covered. You just want all those raw seams covered here. So we're going to keep going. This is going to be cool. I'm kind of liking the fabric choices here, y'all. Kind of liking the fabric choices. It's going to be cool. Coming across here, and we just created a triangle in there without even trying. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Created that triangle. Check that out, guys. Is that not cool? How cool is that? Cute. Cute. Awesome. Awesome. So then we're going to come here with this one. We're going to come here with that one. We're going to go across that way. These are just fun. No rhyme or reason where you put anything. You just grab some scrap fabric. And just keep joining them. Keep joining them. I like scrap quilts. I like to do scrap quilts. I like to do scrap pot holders, placemats, whatever you want, guys. Just have fun with it. Right? I make those, they are fun, right? I mean, look how it's turning out. Is that not cool? We need some more purple here. We need some more purple on here. Let's see where we can grab some purple. Let's grab some purple here, guys. Where are we going? Where are we going? Let's see here. Let's go. Let's come across that way. We're going to come across right there. You just have to cover up all that batting, and once you get all the batting covered up and all your raw seams done, then you come back and we'll bind it. We'll get it all binded. There. Then we're going to come across here. And anybody's just joining, we're doing a placemat, or not a placemat. We did placemat yesterday. We are doing a quilted pot holder. And this is a abstract quilt as you go pot holder, guys. An abstract quilt as you go pot holder. We're going to come down this way with this one because cover up those raw edges. This is looking kind of cool. Do you have backing fabric? I do. I do have the backing, and you see how that's doing the quilting on the back side? It's doing the quilting on the back side and making it look really cool. Making it look really cool. I'm excited. This is looking cool. We need some more color here. We need some more color here. Let's add some more color. We're going to add, let's go ahead and add this one. Let's do this. I'm going to cut that one in half. We're going to go in half on this one. That way I have another piece that goes somewhere else. We're going to go right here. Come this way. Oh, it came unthreaded. Oh. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Okay, so let's try this again. Across this, and you're centering your foot. So the middle of that foot is right there on the edge of your raw edge of your fabric. So, and then you're just stitching it down, and this closes up those raw seams. This will close up the raw seams on the fabric that you're working on. So, come down this way. I'm not going to stitch that way because we're going to cover it up with some purple fabric. We're going to cover it up. See how this has started out? This is going to be cool. This is going to be cool. So we need to go, let's add, we might have to grab more fabric, but that's okay. So we're going to come here. Let's raw. Let's go right there. We're going to go right there. Oh. Come here. Came unthreaded up top and did not realize it. Did not realize it. Let's come back. Let's try this again. Okay, on this side, down this side. Then we're gonna look, see what we need. Look, see what we need. We're getting close. Getting close on this. Okay, so where we need, so looks like we need a piece of fabric here. We've got a piece of batting right here, some here. So getting pretty close though. Getting pretty close. So I'm thinking we need some purple over here. So let's add that right there. So we're going to come up the edge on here. Curve around. Just close up that raw edge. Turn that way. And it doesn't matter if the fabric goes off the side, because what we'll do is we'll flip it over and trim around the back side. We'll trim around the back side. That way we have our, thank you. Isn't that cool? Very cool. So now I'm going to grab a piece of this. Wow. Blazer's down there licking my feet, and I'm like, stop. Okay, so we're gonna come down. I'm thinking we need, hold on. We need to, let's do this. I'm gonna grab a small piece of fabric, because we got like a little itty bitty piece right there of batting showing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add just a little piece underneath like this. And then we're going to come over the top of it like this. And we're going to come this way and grab this one right here. And it looks a little weird right now, but I promise you, once we get done, you guys are going to be like, oh, I want to try this. And y'all, it's just fun. It is mindless sewing. You're sitting there having fun, playing. Okay, I was going to say, I know there was a spot over here I needed to get that raw edge on. There's a couple of them over here. There's this one right here. Okay, so I think we have left is this side. So we have all that done. So now we have this bottom edge. We need to get that bottom edge here. So let's do this. Where are we at here? Where do we want to go? Thinking, let's do this. Let's do that right there. We're going to come across here. Close this raw edge up. Once we get, I think we got maybe maybe 2 or 3 more pieces here. Once we get done with these 2 or 3 more pieces, we'll take it back to the cutting table and we'll come around and trim around the back side. So you flip it over to the back side. That's where you have your base 10-inch piece of fabric on the back. And then that allows you to be able to square it up. So we're going to add this here, and then we'll have a little piece there. So that is your, oops. So we're going to go here with that one. So we're going to go up right there, and you can kind of feel where the edge is because you have your batting there. So we're going to come up this side right here. Turn it this way. Tone it. And this makes a really cool pot holder, y'all. Really cool pot holder, and it's thick because it's got that double batting in it. It has that double batting in it, so. Okay, so now all we have left is a corner here. All we have left is a corner. Right here, we have this piece right here. So what we're going to use some fun fabric. We're going to use a fun. I like the this fabric. This fabric is cool. So we're going to take, and we're going to go this way. So do you end up stitching over something you've already stitched already? Yeah, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. And the back, I use a coordinating color for the back side. That way it doesn't do anything there. So, okay. I think we're done, guys. Let's give it a second look. Give it a final look. I think we're okay. We have a little piece of batting you see here, but that'll get covered up with the binding. So let's go back over here. Let's trim it up and look at it. Let's come back over here and give it a trim. So coming back over here. I'm going to turn y'all back this way. Turn y'all back this way. That way, that way. So now what we've done, as you can see, we have this right here. We have this, and I unzoom you guys. So we have this quilt square, but it doesn't look very square, does it? So we're going to flip it over to the back. Looks like I accidentally sewed a piece back there. Bad. So what we're going to do is I'm going to trim that off. We're going to see if we can get this off here. Sometimes if you trim right there on the seams, we're going to see. I accidentally sewed a piece to the back that wasn't supposed to go, but that's okay. It happens. It happens. Okay, it's fine. It is fine. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to grab my other rotary cutter. Grab my other rotary cutter here, maybe. If I can get to it. Push your back. There. Push you back. Ow. Well, I guess that one works. That one works. Okay, so we're going to grab this. I'm going to go right there on the edge. Why are all my blades like loosening for some reason? Okay. Turn it this way. I'm going to have to find new blades for all my rotary cutters here. They're here somewhere. Okay. So now we have the back. Check that out, guys. Look what we just did. So we just created that. So yeah, regular way to bind. So we'll bind this one the regular way. Let me let's do this. We will sew, I think those would be enough. So let's cut some strips here, guys. We're going to cut some strips. We're going to bind it with this. We're going to do 2-inch strips. Well, actually, we probably need to do 2.5-inch strips. Let's do 2.5. Because it's double batting, so we're going to go 2.5 inches. 2.5. What is that one? Yeah, that's 2.5. Zoom. Where are we at? 1, 2.5. I don't know if we're going to have enough here. Possibly. We're going to find out. May have to cut some more. Let's see. So we've got that piece. That is not going to be long enough. But that piece is good. That piece is good. That piece is good. We need to fix this a piece. Let's do this. We're going to fix this piece. We just made this where it would work. Just made it where it worked. Just add more to it. Just add more to it. There you go. Hey, ha. Oh, ha. I think it'll work. I think. Ha, ha. Now it works. Okay. So let's go over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to show y'all how to do this binding. I'm going to show you how to do the easiest binding there is, y'all. The easiest binding, because this is phenomenal. This is a cool pot holder. Cool, easy pot holder. Move y'all back there. Thank you, Georgina. Yeah, it's kind of fun. The binding is fun, y'all. Binding is fun. Whoever thunk I would sit here and say, I love to do this type of binding, because, y'all, I have always hated binding. Oh no. Drop that in there. Drop that in there. Okay. So first thing you got to do is you got to flip it over to the back side. I'm going to give y'all a zoom you in. So we're going to take and go to the back side. And what we're going to do is we're going to line this up here like this. And you're going to give it a fold on both sides. So you're going to fold this side right here like this. And then we're going to stitch across. We're going to stitch across here. Come to this side, fold it in. You just got to have a fold. Just a little one. Doesn't really matter on the first one, but the next ones it does. So then after you do your fold, this is how the binding works, guys. You're going to take that piece of fabric. You're going to fold it up to your seam line. Folding it up to your seam line. You're not folding it all the way up to the top, just to your seam line there, guys. Once you fold it up to there, you're going to take and go over to the front side like this. Over to the front side like this. And this is where those clips come into place. Hold on, let me grab my clips. We're going to grab the clips. Because what we're going to do is we're now going to clip this. Clip this here. So now we have it clipped. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch down this with that same stitch that we were just using to do the abstract of those, which is that double blanket stitch. So we're going to take, and we're going to go this way. We can go this way. So we're going to line the edge of that fabric up right there in the middle. You're lining the edge right there in the middle. And you're not pressing or pulling, you're letting that machine do the work. Let the machine do the work for you. That way you have an even stitch. if you press or pull, you're not going to have an even stitch. You want to make sure you have an even stitch there. Go this way. So we get this one all stitched on, and y'all, this is quick. Binding this way is really, really quick here. Trim that off there. So that side's all binded. That side is all binded. So now what we'll do is we'll move to the next one. So what we'll do on the next one, we'll grab that next piece of fabric. Where'd my fabric go? Did I lose my fabric? No, it's right there. I'm like, where did it go? I'm going to put it back here so I don't lose my mind here. So now you're going to take that next piece of fabric and you're going to fold. You got to put a fold here. So you pull a fold on the front and the end. And that way you get your Christmas corner. Yep, I'm calling it a Christmas corner. I call it that is because my mother used to make me redo packages. She goes, that doesn't look good. Redo it. That doesn't look good. Redo it. So yeah. So I call it Christmas corners, and you'll see why I call it Christmas corners here. So this is the next side. So on this side here, you have it here. So now you're going to take and you're going to put a fold here like this. And you're only going to see, I'm trying to hard. It's kind of hard. See how I'm only going part way up? I'm not going all the way up like this. I'm only going part way up. So only part way up on that. So you go part way up on both, or on just on the one side on this one, because you don't have that one. So then you fold up to your seam line again, not to the top. And then you fold over to the front. When you fold over to the front, you get your corner. You get your corner. So see how you have that corner there? Let's trim that piece of fabric off. Trim that piece of fabric off. But you now have a corner that you can stitch down. Now you have that corner. So now we'll go stitch down this side. Now we'll go stitch down this side. So I'm going to stitch the corner first. And then you stop at that corner, pick up the foot and turn it this way. I always have my needle in the down position. That way you're able to pick up your foot and turn your fabric. Because if you don't have your needle in the down position, you pick up your foot, your fabric's liable to move one way or the other way. This way it stays lined up exactly where the stitching is going, and you don't have different stitching there. So we're getting that one done, and I'll show you what that corner looks like. I think they call it mitered corner. I call it a Christmas corner. Just because like I said, my mother used to put that in my head, and she's like, it's a Christmas corner. Make the package look pretty. Make the package look pretty. So we are making the corner of this look pretty. Check that out. Is that not pretty? How pretty is that? How pretty is that? Okay, so let's do the next side. We will do the next side. And this is gorgeous. I am loving this. This is cool. I think I'm keeping this one. I think I'm keeping this, and I need some new pot holders. I'm actually using what do you call them? Microwave bowl koozies right now for pot holders. So I need a pot holder. Okay, so now we'll go back to that straight stitch again. Sometimes I forget to go back to the straight stitch. I'm like, oh no, I need that straight stitch. Don't forget the fold. Don't forget to put that fold at the front and the end. You need the fold at the front and the end here, y'all. Give it a trim. And again, here's your Christmas corners. Christmas corners, guys. So you fold the edge in like here, and on the side that you already have the binding, fold it up to your seam line, and then fold it over to the front. Fold it over to the front. That's how easy it is. Sometimes trying to explain it and do it sometimes didn't work out very well. So, and you do the same thing on your quilts, potholder, whatever you're putting a binding on. This method works for any of it. And make sure I use a coordinating fabric. Whatever you have, whatever color of fabric you have on the back side, I use a coordinating color. I use that coordinating color. That way you really can't see on the back. So, because is it perfect on the back? Probably not, but it doesn't bother me any. I think it looks okay. See, I forgot to move it over to that other stitch. Forgot to move it over to the other stitch. Turn it. If you need more practice, make pot holders. This is the best way to practice on these, is making pot holders, making gift cards, making placemats, mug row, any of those fun things you got to add a binding to. Any of those fun things you got to add a binding to. All right, we only have one more side, guys. We only have one more side. Is this not cool? This is turning out awesome. Okay, last side. Last side here. So again, you take your piece, put a fold on both sides, because you got to have that fold for your Christmas corner. Gotta have that fold. All right, give it a stitch here, guys. Give it a stitch. Fold up this corner. Okay, so this one, you're going to put that Christmas corner on both sides. It's Christmas, or how wide is the binding? Wide, Mary, it is 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches on the strips. 2.5 inches on the strips. Sorry, YT. So now we're going to take and we're going to go with that. We're putting a Christmas corner on both sides, guys. And then we're going to fold it to your seam line and then fold it over. Pot holders and these are easy. Because, I mean, they're easy to do. The bigger ones is a little bit harder, but not too bad. Because you got to do a lot more clips on those. A lot more clips on the bigger ones. These ones, just throw about 3 clips on there and you're good. Throw about 3 clips in there and you're good. Okay, so I'm going to sew down this edge. Oops, see, I forgot. Okay. And you can use a zigzag stitch. You could use a decorative stitch. Whatever stitch you want. You could, I mean, anything you want on that binding stitch. I just like to use that double blanket stitch. Because the double blanket stitch allows, you know, it grabs both sides. I like how it grabs both sides of the fabric. So, and it stitches fairly quickly. Because when you're binding a quilt and you got a big quilt to bind, by the time you're done with it, you're like, oh my gosh. So I found that try your stitch out first. If that stitch takes a long time to stitch, it's not one you really want to do a binding on, because it'll take you 2 hours to do your binding. You're like, oh heck no. Oh heck no. Like I said, I like to do things quick. So, okay. Back over the cutting mat. We're going to check this out. We are going to check this out. I'm going to, and there's a puzzle, and I almost missed the puzzle. Almost missed that puzzle, guys. That had been bad. That would have been bad. Okay. Back over here. Okay, guys, we have a pot holder. Check that out, guys. How cool is that? Ooh, that looks kind of fun. That was kind of fun. Hold on, I'm going to raise you guys up. You have to see what YT just seen. It's like, Anyways, what do you guys think? I think it's cool. I think it's cool. And was there a pattern for it? Not really. Not really. It was just you took a 10-inch square, a couple pieces of batting, added some fun fabric to it, and then we had some fun with it. Right? Isn't it cool? Can't wait to try to make one. Oh, thanks for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. Yes, 10 by 10. Let's do another one. So tell you what, guys, we will do another one the same way we did that pot holder or the placemat yesterday. Y'all want to do another one? Let's do this. Let's do another one. Because I'm thinking here. Okay, you go over there. Stay there. So I want to do, I'm going to move you over there. I want to do, and I got fabric falling everywhere. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab that. I think that's a 10-inch square. Close enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a backing. Then we're going to cut some strips. That one. Come this way. Come this way. I really wished I knew where my hold on. Not having space is driving me nuts here, guys. Okay. We're going to put you over there. Okay. So here's our 10-inch base piece of fabric. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, is it possible? Ha ha. So now we'll get 2 pieces of batting. We're going to get 2 pieces of batting here. Two pieces of batting. So there's the batting. Now we're going to use this fun, I like the color of this fabric. So we need some 2-inch strips. I think I'm just going to cut 2. I think 2 would be plenty. 2 will be plenty here. 1, 2. I know, I need a new blade. Don't judge me, I gotta find the blades. It's killing me. Okay, there's 2 of that one. Now we're gonna take 2 of this one. And I'm going to show you the easiest way. So we're going to do the strips first, and then I'm going to show you how to back that piece of, we're going to do the backing a little bit different. We're not going to bind it. You guys are What? Wait. You're not binding it? How's that work? Well, let me show you. Okay. There's that one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these backings. Maybe. Here we go. So we're going to take one of these backings. You're going to take 2 pieces of batting. And then we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday, and we're going to go diagonal. Everybody seemed to like the diagonal method, so we're going to do the diagonal method again. We're going to do that again. So thank you, Georgina. You were too funny. Margaret, I try to be funny. I try to be funny. Why not? Why not? Why not? Okay. We need a different color thread, though. We need a different color thread. Oh, I see a cool color thread back yonder. Hold on. We're going to grab that one. If I can reach it. If I can reach it. We're going to try. We're going orange. We're going orange, guys. Orange, orange. Okay. Orange, orange. Okay, so we're going to put, let's start orange first. We'll start orange first. And the way this method works, we're going to zoom y'all in a little bit. That way you can see. Zoom you in a little bit. So then what we're going to do is I need that scissors. So the first one you do right side up. First one you do right side up. So you take on that corner here and you put this one right side up. Cover that corner up, okay? Now your next one, next fabric, and this one you're going to have to go a little wider. Remember yesterday how I was saying that you add like a couple inches on each side when you do this? Because we're going to sandwich this right here like this. You're going to sandwich it like this, but you want to add extra. So you add a couple extra inches on this side, a couple extra inches on this side. Trim this off. Stay there. So then what you do is you line that up, right sides together. Line it up, right sides together. Oh, thank you. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come back here. Don't do that one. Come back here. Do. And we're going to sew down this one. So you're going to go right down the edge here. So Joanne, we're going to do another pot holder. We're going to do another pot holder, but on this one, we're going to do the same method that we did yesterday. So instead of the abstract one that we just did, we're going to do a strip one. So we're playing with strips. We're stripping again today. So now I'm going to take that orange fabric again, and we are going to, like I said, add a couple inches on both sides because you're going larger. Once you get to that middle and come back down the other side, you don't have to do the extra fabric on the sides. But when you're going down this way, stay there. When you're going this way, you have to add that. And do you end up using a little bit more fabric? You do, but that's okay. Because they look awesome. They look awesome. So we're going to put it right there like that. The last one wasn't quite wide enough, but I think it'll still be okay. So then we're going to come down this side. He said when we get to the binding on this one, you guys are going to be like, wait a minute, that was too easy. Yep. We're going easy on the next one. We're going to cut that one out like that one. Okay, so there's that one. So, and you see how that one got a little bit right there. It'll be okay. We can cover it with a binding. We'll cover it with a binding. Sometimes it happens, y'all. It happens. That's why you add that extra. This one has the same. Why is it? I need to add more and more because this one is, we're going to go extra on this one. Extra. That edge is getting me. It's like, oh, you didn't go wide enough. Well, make sure it's lined up with the one underneath too. That one. We're almost to the middle. Almost to the middle, guys. Hi, just coming in live. How many layers of I got 2 layers of batting, Miss Tracy. 2 layers of batting. So I've got a 10-inch square on the back, 2 layers of batting, and then we're adding strips. And the last one, so we did, this is the first one we did. We did an abstract one. Same thing. Piece on the back, abstract. We did abstract on the front, and we actually binded this one. We actually binded that one. This one, we're going to do a little differently. I'm going to show y'all. We're going to do this one just a little bit different. Just a little bit different. But it'll work. It will work. So now this is, this one I'm adding a little extra here on one side. This side I really don't need the extra, but this side I do. So we're going to come down this side. Try and make sure you're lined up here. Trim that off. What's that? 2.5. These are actually 2-inch strips. These are 2-inch strips. I did 2-inch strips on these. You can actually do as big a strips as you want. Big, small. You could do small strips. Might take you a little bit longer, but you could do smaller strips if you wanted. So we're going to do these ones. That one's pretty much the right size. Pretty much the right size there. So then we'll have to grab another strip back here. Grab another strip back here. And then we're going to have to cut probably 10-inch square. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll look and see. We'll see how it works. So we're going to go down that way. Now we need orange. Now I need an orange. Orange. So you needed 2 2-inch strips of each color. 2 2-inch strips of each color for this. If you were doing them up the other way, you don't need as much because you don't have some to the outside. But with this one, you have some to the outside, so you end up needing a little bit more strips. I almost dropped that. That would have been bad. That would have been bad. That. Now we need this one. Like I said, we just need a couple more here, and then like I said, I'm going to show you all a different way we're going to do the backing on it. Little bit of a different way, easy way. It's literally an easy way. Liking the color choices here. Liking the cut. I'm getting some new pot holders today. Yay! Yay! Like I said, I've been using microwave bowl koozies as my pot holders to get things out of the oven, and I'm like, you really need to make yourself some pot holders. It's kind of like a mechanic or, or things like that. You don't work on your own stuff. Well, you end up making everybody else stuff, and then you don't make yourself anything. I'm like, oh, that doesn't work out very well. That doesn't work out very well. This one. So we only got about 2 more pieces here. 2 more pieces and we'll be done putting the strips on. And then y'all are gonna have some fun. Y'all are gonna have some fun. Okay, so there's that one. We need 1 more piece. 1 more piece. Put that one there. That should be the last piece, I think. Unless I'm looking at it wrong, which I possibly could. Who knows? Yes, this is quilt as you go. This is a quilt as you go. Okay, so let's go back over here. Ah, this is cool. This one's cool. This one is cool. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna unzoom you. Unzoom. Okay, so you can see here. I mean, it looks kind of wonky. So we're gonna flip it over to the back side. Flip it over to the back side. At least I didn't put other backs on there that shouldn't have been there. So we're gonna take this. That isn't gonna work very well. My square ended up being a little bit different. So I'm gonna we're gonna trim off the back side. Trim off to the back side. Okay, so here's your backside. You can see that it's all quilted here. It's all quiltus. Rotary cutting. Oh, this one? This is a Martelli. That's a Martelli. So I love this thing. I've had it for years. So check that out, guys. Check that out. But you know what? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna press that. We're gonna give it a press. But while that's iron is heating up, I need some squares. So I'm thinking, I kind of like that fabric. But I don't think, I'm thinking I need some bigger squares. Where did my other square go? I don't think that's the wrong size. That one is the wrongest size. I think what I need is a bigger square. I don't think I need. We need two 11-inch squares. We're gonna see. I don't think we're gonna go 2 of these. 2 that size. And it's going to, we're going to judge. Don't judge me today. I'm cutting fabric. Is it right how I'm cutting fabric? Who knows? Not today. Okay. So there is that. So now what we're going to do. So we have this. It needs binded, right? It needs binding. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this. This is where it gets a little tricky. Let me iron this right quick. I'm going to give it a little best press. I'm going to press this. I want to make sure that the edges stay down. I want to make sure that those edges stay down. And I'm ironing on my mat, but it's okay because there's like lots of layers there. Lots of layers. Okay, so that's pretty. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to go right there like this. I'm going to sew that right there like that. I'm going to take this one right here like this, and that is not going to work. I need bigger ones. I need bigger ones. I need bigger. Because that, well, I could do one that way, and then I could take, I got an idea. Hold on, guys. I have an idea. I have an idea. We can still make this work. We can still make this work. It's still on straight stitch. Okay. I'm going to just sew this together right quick. Hold on. Because we need it a little bit bigger on one side. Because you're doing more or less, I think it's called the envelope method. I think it's called the envelope method here. So we're going to take and go, because we want it to go a little bit further on the other side. A little bit further on the other side. So what we're going to do is, let's do this. Let's clip it. We're going to clip it. Clip it, clip it. So we'll clip it here, because what we're going to do is we'll clip it here, and then we're going to flip it to the other side and stitch it from the other side. Stitch it from the other side, guys. And this is how we're binding it. This is how we're going to bind it. My husband made me a rotary mat from a Lazy Susan from home. Yeah, right? That's what I was saying. If you guys don't have one of these, my husband had actually made me a really big one. It was I think a 15 by 15 one. He took a Lazy Susan apparatus. I'm going to call it an apparatus. From local hardware store, wherever. And I think I just put these on backwards. I did. Dadgummit. Hold on. I got to turn these around. You always want to have the flat side of that clip to the back side, whatever to the facing the bottom of the sewing machine, and your rounded side up. That way they slide across your machine a lot easier as you're pulling them off. So I put them on backwards because I'm not going to be sewing from this side. I'm going to be sewing from the other side. Going to be sewing from the other side. So we're going to flip it over this way, and I'm going to trim that off right there. I'm going to trim that off right there. Yeah, I need new rotary blades, guys. I think every single one of my rotary cutter. Is that how much fabric? I'm going to have to put new ones on before Friday, y'all. New ones on before Friday. Okay. So now we have this on this side, and I've got two folded. So we're going to come back over there, and we're going to stitch all the way around this, guys. We're going to stitch all the way around this. So we're going to come back over this way. And I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. And you see how these just slide off like that? I love the clips. Whoever created clips, thank you, because I no longer have to poke myself. Okay, so we've now stitched all the way around. We've stitched all the way around on this side. So let's come back over here and I'm going to show y'all how this works. This is the coolest thing, guys. This is the coolest way. If, right, Georgina, they're like, oh my gosh, no. Okay, so we're going to come back over here and I am going to put this up. I'm going to trim the corners. Trim the corners that way. Kinda don't trim your stitch in there. Watch out on your stitch in there. Trim the corners that way. Corners kind of come out there. Okay. Got these. I need a new piece of flannel on my pressing mat here. New piece of flannel. Okay. So now we have this on the back. So what are we going to do? We're playing the popple. We're going to turn it right side out. This is your easiest way. I mean, I guess you could bind a quilt this way if you really wanted to. Maybe a baby quilt. I don't think anything bigger than that you would really want to, but it's my iron. Turn my iron back on. That way I can give it a press. Give it a press. Push out those corners. Y'all. You can, I use my finger, use like the rods that they have from there. Push that in. So, y'all, you have now binded the edge of that. How cool is that? You want to try making a quilt like that? Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work. Not sure exactly how that would work, but it possibly could. It possibly could work, y'all. Possibly. As soon as my iron heats up a little bit, I'm going to give it a press. That way it kind of presses that edge down. Here. A nice thing, it's a pot holder, so you could actually use that as put your hand in to hold that pot holder, because it just works. Okay, that is kind of cool. So we've got this one we've made. Is that not cool? Like I said, you could use it that way, or these are just cool. And then you have this one that we've done. Which is your favorite, guys? Which is your favorite? I'm also a garment maker, sometimes necessary. Georgina, you're better than I am, but who's to you? Because I am not I'm not a seamstress. I like to have fun with these things. You like the strips? Yeah, I like both. I don't know. I kind of like both. They're kind of cool. Trying to think, because we did. So this is the block of the month we did. Do we want to have some fun with this? Shall we have some fun? I'm thinking we have some fun. Let's have some fun, guys. So we're gonna make a big pot holder. We're gonna make a big pot holder out of this one. This guy's cool. So what we're gonna do, we need some more batting. Where are we at? Yeah. Is this big enough? That is big enough. So we're gonna take 2 pieces of this. We still got 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes to have more sewing fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim this out. We're going to go 2 layers here. 2 layers. And I'm thinking, I have an idea. Yep, I have an idea. Hold on, guys. We're fixing to have some fun. So we're gonna make another one of these blocks. We're gonna do it a little differently though. We're gonna do it a little differently. So okay. So I got 2 layers of batting here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make another one of those blocks. We're gonna take let's do, what do we got here? What do we got? Yeah. We're going to 2. Okay, so we're just going to sandwich these 2 together. Sandwich. Do I have another one of those? No, I took and sewed it together, didn't I? Oh, well. That's right. So we're going to sandwich this together. I'm going to stitch all the way around this. So let's go sew this together. We're going to stitch all the way around it. We're going to make a backing for this. We're going to make a backing for this, and then we're going to do some fun stitching on the front. We're going to do some fun stitching on the front. So let's go back this way, guys. Who's having fun this morning? Who's having fun? So we're going to come back this way. We're on the straight stitch, so we're going to stitch all the way around. Let's stitch all the way around there. This way. And this is an easy way to do a block. If you're in a hurry to do a quilt, somebody calls you and says, hey, do you mind doing me a quilt right quick? And you're like, oh, yeah, sure, no problem. And then you're like, oh, my gosh, what am I going to do? Well, here is the easiest block you could ever do. And you can do it with any size square. This is a 10-inch square. You do it 5-inch squares. I mean, whatever you want, however big of a square you want. And then you take and you sandwich 2 of those together. So you would really want to do like 2 different coordinating fabrics. Take 2 different coordinating fabrics, sandwich them together, sew all the way around them. You're like, wait a minute, you're sewing all the way around them. How's that going to work? Well, let me show you. So we're going to come back this way. What is the seam allowance? So I just do the width of the foot. I do the width of the foot on that one, which I think it's like almost like almost a 1/2 inch, or let's see. It may, I don't know. It's the width of the foot. I don't know right now because I'll think of it in a minute. I will think of it in a minute. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to draw a line. So I'm going to go edge to edge here. And we're going, you did a placemat yesterday. Awesome. Very cool. I mean, this is a really cool way to do these things. Really cool way to do these things. So we're going to go this way. And whatever your seam allowance is on that seam allowance question, just make sure you do it the same. Make sure you do it the same. It works either way. So then we're going to draw a line here. And then you're like, are you going to cut that square in half? Nope. So this is where it comes into play. So you take and you grab this piece of square fabric, grab this piece of fabric. Yeah, this is fun. Where can you find the blocks of the month? Shannon, I will get them to you, because I have them on my drive that I shared to you guys. So that one, if I can. So this is the fun part. So what I'm trying to do is grab, because I only want one side and it keeps grabbing both sides here. Keeps grabbing both sides. I think I got it, maybe. I got it. Okay. Yay. Okay. So now see how you've got it sewed together, but you only want the one side. So you go to the side that has, and make sure your other fabric is down here. You go to the side that you drew your lines on. So you line those lines up right here. And right there on the edge, where's my small scissors? There they are. Right there in the middle, you cut a hole right there, and you cut it just big enough for your big scissors to go in. Because if you do them with your little ones, it takes forever. So then you just cut down that seam line that you just drew. Cut down that line and go all the way to the edge. Go all the way to the edge, but don't cut your seam. Go all the way to the edge to your seam, right there. Then all four sides, we're going to do this. All four sides. Pretty much the exact same thing as the quilt block of the month, except for we're doing it easier. You don't have to sew all four pieces on there. This way, you just sewed them together and then you're cutting them apart. And it looks exactly the same. I'll show you both squares. I'll show you both squares here. Okay. Now press this out. Press this out here like this. Give it a press and we'll grab the iron here. We'll grab the iron. Is that not cool? So you took 2-inch squares, sewed those together, and then sewed that one. So is that not cool? Cool. Okay. There we go. Give it a press. Give it a plus. So now we're gonna, I'm liking this fabric, y'all. This is cool fabric. Don't ask me where I got it. I've had it a long time. I drug it out of storage the other day and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of liking that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and I'm going to go to the back side and I'm going to put this on the back. So this is going to be the back of this now. So are these stitches probably going to line up? Probably not. Be nice if they did, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to. So now what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to do a stitch in the ditch here. And I'm just going to do, you know, I'll just do my normal stitch. How about that? I'll just do my normal stitch. And we're going to stitch across here. So let's go ahead and get this stitched. And then once we get that all stitched, we'll go ahead and bind it. So do you guys want a regular binding or do you want the same thing as we just did? I'm thinking regular binding on this one because we want the back side to show. We want the back side to show on this, but we don't want that color. Thinking what we'll do. Thinking. Let's go variegated, guys. Let's go variegated. Why not? This is just fun. Blazer ate my favorite variegated thread the other day. I'm like, no. I love thinking about the math of the block. It doubles the size of the block while keeping it square, right? Isn't that cool? Very, very cool. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just do, let's do this. Let's see, what time is it? No. Well, no, let's go back. Back here. We're going to do easy today. We're doing easy. Okay. So we're going to come down the edge here. Come down the edge. This more or less is combining the front and the back, more or less quilting it. You don't need a lot of quilting on it. I mean, you could free motion it. We'll have to do free motion one day. We'll have to do a free motion one day. Oh, whoops. Hold on, guys. I forgot to pull you over here. What model? It's an Avenir. So we're going to stitch all the way around this. Okay, last side here, guys. This actually looks really pretty. Okay, let's go back to the, wish I had seen this, right, Mimi? I'm telling you. Is that not cool? Check that out. Look at the stitches. Is that not fun? And you know what? Somehow or another, I don't know how I did it, it actually lined up. Oh, how did I do that? Y'all, that is crazy. Look. It literally lined up on the back too. I couldn't do that again if I wanted to. I literally could not do that again if I wanted to, y'all. That is crazy. Okay, so I don't think we have time to do a binding, so let's do the other way. Let's do the other way, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to use purple. We're going to use purple here. So we are going to grab the cutting mat. We need 2 pieces. We need 2 pieces. I'm going to trim off my funky so I need, how big do I need? Does it have to be perfect? No, it does not. It does not. Yeah, I know I need. So we're going to take that one. We're covering up the back, but that's okay. Y'all seen how to make a square. Y'all seen how to make a cool square, so. Okay. So now we're going to do is the same thing we just did on the other one. Same thing we just did on the other one. So we're going to take, sandwich it there, sandwich it here. So we're covering that up. We're going to flip it to the other side. Flip it to the other side. And I'm going to kind of trim around that. Guess we don't have to. I think we could just stitch. Let's go back to the sewing machine. We're going to go back over to the sewing machine and we're just going to stitch around this. We're going to stitch around this. I really seriously don't know how I did that. That is really funny. I literally couldn't do it again if I wanted to. Okay, so we're going to come this way. Try my best to keep it lined up here. Try my best. Oh, I was like, it's since, that's funny. It's since the fabric inside the embroidery frame. I'm like, what do you mean remove the embroidery frame? There ain't no embroidery frame there. There's no embroidery frame. Okay. Back over to the cutting mat. Back over to the cutting mat. So let's go back this way, guys. Back this way. There we go. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, because we have this gorgeous fabric. I know, it's gorgeous fabric, but what we're going to do is we're going to take and trim this around. Trim this around. We're going to use scissors. I've got to find the new blades for my This one's kind of heavy duty. This one's kind of heavy duty here. Okay, so we're going to cut the corners off. Don't cut your stitching. Make sure you don't cut your stitching there here. So we're going to cut these corners off here. Here's another corner. Cut that corner off. Okay, so now we're going to take and flip it over this way. And where you sewed this here, we're going to take and turn it. We're going to take and turn that, y'all. So we're going to turn it this way. We're going to put this cutting mat down because we're going to give it a press too. Give it a press. Oh, this is going to be pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Put this down. Okay, so then we're doing the popple. I call it the popple. Pull this down. Okay. And let me stitch this one a little bit more on this side because as you see I missed part of it. So let me go back and stitch that right quick. Let me stitch that just a little bit further down. That way we'll get it correct here. And sometimes you have to do that. You sit there and you stitch it and you bring it out and you're like, oh, hey, I missed that. That's okay. Go back to the sewing machine and fix it. The way I see it is I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect, so that's okay. That's okay. So I'm going to trim a little bit more off of this side. Trim a little bit more off this side down to where I put that second seam there. There we go. Now we'll turn it again. Now we'll turn it again and we should be good. Yep, we're good. Okay. Better. Okay. Turn that there. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. So turn it over this way. Check that out. Is that not gorgeous? Is that not gorgeous? So this is the quilt. And you know, the different things that you guys can do with squares. These are totally the different things that you can do with squares. So we made this square this morning. We took two 10-inch squares. This is two 10-inch squares. So we took one 10-inch square. And then we took another one, this one right here, we took and we cut it diagonally, and then sewed the triangles to each side, okay? Then what we did is we took and we sandwiched them with 2 layers of batting. I did a decorative stitch around this edge. Then we took and added, this is called the envelope method, I believe, for binding. I think this is called the envelope method. So then we added this to the back of here. Added this to the back, and y'all, this is cool. I'm going to show you all the ones that we've done today. Very, very cool, guys. Everything turned out really awesome. Awesome. It was so awesome. Okay. So there is that one. There is that one, guys. Is that not cool? How cool is that? So let me show you the other ones here right quick. Let me show you the other ones. So we had that one. So then we also did this one. So we did strips. So it's 10 by 10 by 10 on it. So it's 10-inch square, 2-inch strips across there. And then we added 2 layers of, so it had 2 layers of batting also. So, and then we did the same kind of backing on that one. We started out doing abstract. We took a 10-inch square, couple pieces of batting, and then started adding abstract pieces. Okay. On the abstract pieces, is that not fun? So let's come back over here. Let's come back over here. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Hello. Hello. Welcome, welcome, guys. Okay. So let me come back over here. And again, that way you guys can see it a little better. Isn't the abstract great? Good morning, Miss Amy. How are you? How are you, Miss Amy? Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining this morning. So, and then as you can see, the binding on there, look at that binding. How cool is the binding? I showed you how to do that binding. Fairly easy, guys. And then you have this one. I'm loving the colors. Loving the colors on this. And how easy is that to back it? And it's, the edges are all seamed. You could actually do the serger. You could actually do the serger and everything. Yes, Miss Nikki, 7:15. Miss Nikki and I walk. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. So we did this one. So we started out this morning with doing the block of the month. This is the block of the month. So what I did is I was like, you know what? We can have some fun with that block of the month. So we took that block of the month and we added, this could be something you sit in the middle of your kitchen table, put a pot on, something like that. And then we backed it the same way. We went and backed it the same way. So this is the block of the month. This is the block of the month, Miss Shannon. If you were asking about the block of the month. So this is what the fun one is. This is what the fun one is. So that was a lot of fun, guys. This is a lot of fun today. So anybody new to me, give us a follow. Give us a follow, guys. We are on Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning. We're always having fun, y'all. We are always, right, Melinda? Isn't it cool? So we're always having fun. So Monday through Wednesday, we're doing some sewing stuff. We have some fun with sewing. Thursday is transfer day. So all the transfers you guys see, so you see these transfers and stuff, you guys do requests and stuff. I got some cool one for Thursday. I got some cool transfers for Thursday. So come join on Thursday. Friday is fabric by the yard. Fabric by the yard. So this week I have Christmas theme. I have got some Christmas theme fabric, and then I've got some coordinating solids. They're kind of not really solid, but kind of like a splash of color. It's kind of, they're gorgeous. So we'll be doing that on Friday. So lots and lots of fun. Yesterday we had fun with placemats. So these are the placemats we did. Like I said, every day we're doing something different. You're here. Welcome, Taylor. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Yes, Jeanette. Christmas fabric. I've got, I think, 20 bolts of Christmas fabric. We're going to have quite a bit of Christmas fabric. So, and then the other one is, it's like a solid kind of. What will we be doing tomorrow? What did we decide on tomorrow, guys? What do we want to do tomorrow? Thanks, Taylor. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. So, do you have any more of the deer transfer? Pearl, I have, let me see. I do, Pearl. I have 2 sets. I've got 2 sets available. So 2 sets of the deer transfers. So, but I have some other ones. I'm trying to see, can I see the placement? Absolutely, Melinda. I'll show you both of them. Because we did 2 different ones. Because we did this one, which was just, you just did it straight up and down. You did that one straight up and down. When will you do, we could do embroidery tomorrow, Roxy. Something keeps happening and they keep getting small on me. I don't know why. GRAP. What is that, Taylor? I don't know what that is. So those are the placement. And the nice thing is they're double-sided. They are double-sided. So if you don't like this, well, when you're done with this side or it gets dirty, flip it over. I'm like, okay, I put new placemats out. Ha ha. So I'm thinking with the Christmas fabric, you could do Christmas on one side, maybe a Thanksgiving theme on the other side, or something fun. So you never know, right? You never know. So fun, guys. Fun. So you want one? Okay, Pearl. Do I have your information? Send me an email, Pearl. I'll put one with your name on it. So again, guys, I'm shipping packages this morning. I have all of them almost done. If you have not processed your order, please do that right quick, because I'll get it shipped this morning. That's when you just don't want to watch. Well, if you have kids and they're sitting there eating, and you still have or lunch, something to do, flip them over. So anyways, all right, guys, thank you guys all for joining. You want one? What, Tana? What did you want? Thank you for the follow. What is the size of? So 18 by 14. 18 by 14 is the placemat. So, and your placemat size is what you would want to do is 18 by 12 to 14 inches on the side. 18 by 12 to 14 inches on the side. So is what you would want to do. Your coaster or your hot pads, where they go. So your pot holders, you would do your pot holders, you would do either, these are 10 inches. These are 10 inches. Placemat pattern. Oh, you want the pattern. So if you go over to YT and look at yesterday's, go search me up on YT. You can watch the live yesterday. It is, all the lives are recorded over on YT, guys. All the lives are recorded on YT, except for that one day that I left it on all day. I deleted it. I'm like, yeah, no. I mean, you just would have sat there and watched my sewing machine all day long. So, but yeah, come back tomorrow. We'll do some embroidery. We'll have some fun with some embroidery tomorrow. I don't know. We'll do another mug rug. Y'all want to do a mug rug tomorrow? We'll see if we can get the sewing machine working today. We've been having some pretty good luck with it, with sewing some fun projects this week. So let's try a mug rug again tomorrow. Let's try a mug rug, or we'll either do a mug rug or a zipper bag. I don't know. We'll do one of those. We'll have some fun tomorrow. Can you send me, send me a message, Lynn, and I'll send you the information where you can get batting. Because, yeah, zipper bag. We can do zipper bag tomorrow. Y'all want to do a zipper bag tomorrow? You want to have some fun with some zipper bags tomorrow? We can do a zipper bag tomorrow. We can do zipper bags tomorrow. So let's have some fun with that. Okay. All right. We will do that. All right. I got to let y'all go. I got to let you go because I have to get a few more packages done before I go to work. Nikki and I will be walking. We did 2 miles yesterday. I think we did a little over 2 miles yesterday. We were walking and talking. And next thing I know, I'm like, Nikki, this is 4 laps now. So it was kind of funny. Anyways, I will see y'all tomorrow, 4:30 a.m. Arizona time, Pacific Standard Time, I think is what it is right now. So come hang out tomorrow, guys. Come hang out and have some fun with y'all. And thank you all for the new followers and viewers. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a good day, guys. See you tomorrow. All right, guys. See y'all tomorrow. Pearl, send me that message, please. And I'll put one aside with your name on it.